I think the bull market now is one of those that it might fade away a bit now. We've got a lot of data this week as well, a lot of data last week as well, but it didn't really give us a clear sign. Those PCE figures we had on Friday, for example, there's a bit of something for everyone in there. It looks like with consumer spending falling that you'll have, and service inflation still being pretty persistent, that actually what's going to happen is prices will remain high for a longer amount of time, but at the same time we'll have that sort of cap on price rises now where consumer spending is falling. So what that could lead to is a few more readings where sort of see a sideways movement. No one can really make head nor tail of what's going on. We saw Fed futures for the Fed. Actually, I think there were 48% that the Fed would cut in September. After that data, I think it was 53%. So it shows the market still doesn't really know what to make a lot of this data, and it's going to be difficult to get a head or a tailwind in one way or the other.
So does that mean equity markets then are beholden to what the Fed says ultimately at this stage? Because, like you said, the data is actually not necessarily sure, but whatever the Fed then says is ultimately going to determine what the market thinks.
It seems that way, and it's been that way. Well, for most of this year anyway, although it's been odd. When we came through from 23 to 24, it seems it's all about a Fed rate cut in March and then how many subsequent rate cuts afterwards. Now it's just, will the Fed cut it all? But markets are still ground higher. I mean, you were mentioning a video earlier on and various corporate earnings. It seems that although the Feds are really driving markets in the background, the macro picture with inflation is certainly on investors' minds. It seems companies like Nvidia at the moment are driving markets higher. Their announcement last night has obviously pushed markets higher. It was an interesting fact. I mean, you were talking about the market cap for Nvidia. I see after one afternoon, they actually grew the size of Shell on the FTSE 100. So it's crazy what they're doing at the moment, and that's what's driving markets.
I mean, just on Friday alone, there were already the market value of the entire FTSE 100. If you wanted to put that into different perspective, Amazon as well as Tesla combined, that was Nvidia. Is that just sucking up all the air in this market, that we're not beginning to see that bottom-up kind of trade, if there is any, for that matter? I mean, would you even look bottom-up at this stage?
Definitely so. I mean, we tend to buy trackers for the US, but it does seem to be that those Magnificent Seven stocks still, maybe 6 or 5 now, are still driving markets for Nvidia very much at the helm. And we hope and we believe that the market reaction should broaden out across to other sectors and stocks and market caps as the year goes on. I think we just need that first Fed rate cut and then subsequent rate cuts afterwards, and you should see small caps starting to perform, other sectors as well, property, more rate sensitive areas.